recently bought this from a friend of mine. It's been sat in my car for about a week. I'm going to get it out now. Excuse the mess. We didn't pack it down very well, I was in a bit of a rush. It is the DW Smart Practice Go Anywhere Practice Pad or Practice Kit. Hello, today I'm going to be showing you this DW Go Anywhere Practice Kit. It's got Smart Practice written on it, and I've seen it called both things, but for this I'm just going to call it DW Go Anywhere Practice Kit. I think they're the same thing. I think that just the newer ones have got Smart Practice written on them. Maybe the old ones did, I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough. But anyway, DW Go Anywhere Practice Kit. I got it second hand off my friend. I was in his garden, socially distancing, buying something else. And he happened to have his garage door open and this was sat there, so I started asking him about it because I've been really interested in them for a while. I'm always interested, as I said in the Annika Niles unboxing video, I'm always interested in new things that you can use to practice, and I've seen a lot of good drummers using these. My friend Mike's got one, I know he practices with it a lot, and he's very good, so it must be good. And I just like the idea. I mean, I do a lot of practicing in the garden in summer. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my story all summer is just full of a practice pad with a cup of tea on it, where I'm just sat in the garden putting a bit of work in, on top of my normal practice routine. So that's what I like to do, especially in the evening. I'll just say to Diana, I'm just going to go and practice for a little bit, sit in the garden. She'll sometimes come with me, and it's just nice, especially if the sun's shining. And I really liked the idea of having a kit set up that's portable, that I can chuck in the garden, that's not going to make too much noise for the neighbours, that I can just put in some work on, especially, like I say, as the nights are drawing out and we're getting a lot more sunshine. It seemed exciting to me. My friend said he bought it for holidays, which I think is a great idea. He must have a lot more holidays than me, because I'm always too busy, but it would be nice to be able to take a kit set up on holiday as well. I'm not sure what Diane would say about that. Normally, I always take a practice pad, but yeah, we'll see how that goes when I say I'm going to pack up my little practice drum kit as well, make room. But yeah, I thought it was a great idea to have a portable setup where you can practice. And I love the idea of it being in a kit setup. This is like, to me, the way I'm seeing it is like a little jazz set. So you've got your snare drum, high tom, low tom, ride cymbal and bass drum. And I think it looks really cool. Like, the sizes are nice. I've measured the pads. These ones are 10 inches. So you've got two that are 10 inches, this one and this one. Just double checking now, I forgot. Yeah, and these ones are 8 inches. So I'm going to be using the 8-inch pads as if it's a high tom and a ride cymbal, and then the 10-inch pads as if it's a snare drum and a low tom. 10 inches isn't bad for a practice pad. Usually the bigger ones are normally 12, and then you can get some smaller ones, but even the 8-inch ones are a decent size. If I compare it to like a little Veta practice pad that you would get, like a standard smaller practice pad, it's around a similar size, to be honest. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. I'll put it on that one just in case. Yeah, similar size, slightly smaller than your big 12-inch practice pads that you get, but they don't feel small. I mean, I think a lot of electric kits have that size, don't they? So when I've been playing it earlier, it felt good, it felt fine. Yeah, so the pad size 10-inch, 10-inch, 8-inch, 8-inch, and yeah, they feel great. I think at that size, it's not weird to have them that small. And also, like I say, portability, you want them to be that small so that you can carry them around. Just going to talk a little bit about the feel of the pads. Got hair on that one, that's more falling out. Crossover already, early doors. That's the real reason I bought them. It's just so that in the summer I can just sit there and go. Oh, went for the big stick twirl. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm going to look like in my garden this summer. But with a little bit of sun cream and a vest. So neighbours have got that to look forward to. Right, feel wise, it's very nice. I'd say it's like a medium feel pad. It's not too hard and it's not too soft. Sometimes like the pads, you can get like the really hard pads that feel really hard, that are nice for practicing certain things, if you're practicing your rolls and things. But I'd say these are like a nice medium consistency. I've bought a real feel pad here just to show you the difference. I'll just put them down there, get rid of the ruler. So if I just play the DW one and then the real feel one. So yeah, I'd say that the DW one is harder than the soft side of the real feel pad. It's also a tiny bit louder. Yeah, I think the rubber's a little bit thinner on the DW practice kit, but it's still like a medium consistency. It's not hard. If I compare it to the other side of the real feel pad, any of you have got these real feel pads that are double-sided, you'll know that you've got the soft surface and the hard surface. So yeah, that's a big difference. The DW pad is a lot quieter than the hard side of a practice pad. Trying to play the same consistency there. So you get the idea. It's very much slightly louder than the quiet side of a real feel pad. May not be that much louder, to be honest. It's just a different tone. It's like a higher pitched tone because the rubber's thinner. But it's a lot quieter than the hard side of a practice pad. I just thought I'd do that just to give you some context on the volume, because I know a lot of people will be looking at these kits thinking, should I get it because I want to practice at home, I want to practice quiet. Yeah, they are fairly quiet. It's like I'd say it's like a rubber electric kit, that kind of consistency. Yeah, it's not overly loud at all. Setup wise, as I said earlier, you've got like the snare drum, high tom, low tom and ride cymbal, which I think is really effective if you're practicing more complex things rather than just pad work. I know some people get bored with pad work. I like it. I could practice on a practice pad for hours and hours and hours. But if you do want to be playing like some different things, like for instance, if you want to practice your trading fours, if you're playing jazz, it's nice to have this set up, and it definitely feels like a proper kit setup. It doesn't feel like you've just knocked together a few practice pads. I'll just play a little bit. Yeah, it actually feels like a proper kit. If you're working on drum fills or, you know, different coordination exercises, you want to move around the kit, it's an ideal practice tool. Like I say, it's just a one up, one down kit with just one cymbal. But I'm sure you could add extra, like if I move that real feel pad here with the snare stand tilted, you could have a hi-hat. I'm sure you could personalise it. I think this is a great kit. It's great it'd be good for learning songs at home. You know, like if you're trying to practice a song and you're trying to get a fill or something, that would work really nicely. So yeah, it's really nice. I'm actually really impressed with this. It's growing on me already. Because to me, like the idea of just loads of pads, it's not as much fun as an electric kit, is it? But in terms of like portability, like sorry. My voice just went there. For me, like, I want to play this in the garden is my aim. In the summer, I want to be in the garden practicing. So I think trying to move an electric drum kit into the garden would be a bit annoying. Whereas this, it's so portable and easy to move. I could easily move this in the garden. It wouldn't be a problem. I'd get a really good practice session in. Like, I would say I could do my full practice session on this kit. I could work on my reading, I could work on my coordination, I could work on all the different things that I like to work on. Different techniques, I could work on fills. If I got the Joss Nickel fill book, I could really put some serious work in on this little kit. It's amazing. So yeah, that's really, really good. Right, so adjustability. The adjustability on this kit's amazing. All of they're just like cymbal stands, to be honest. That are mounted on these little mounts. Mounted on the mounts. Brilliant, John, nice one. And they're all just undone with a drum key, so you can change them quite a lot. Show you a little bit of that. What's done with a drum key? It's in my pocket. Sorry, car key getting in the way. Good viewing, well done. So yeah, all these are just on memory locks, which is really cool because then you can have it set up how you like. So that just undoes there, and it moves in and out really easily. You can change it quite a lot. Like angle wise, you can angle it however you like. If you want to do like a Daru Jones, or I forgot his name, but yeah, where he has it tilted that way, you can definitely do it. And then it's just simple as tightening it on a drum key, locking it all down. And as I say, it's every single one's got a memory lock on. I don't know if it comes with that or whether my friend just put them on, but I'm happy with it anyway. Memory locks on it all so that you can just have it set up how you like. They come apart easily. All of the pads do come off as well, which is a nice little feature because you can then obviously pack it down even smaller if you need to. You could put all them into a bag, put all the stands into a bag, and it'd fit really small. But for me, I think I'll just take them off like that, like take that off and just have them like that. Just set it up quicker. So that's how quickly you set it up, 2-second job. And because of the memory lock, it just goes in straight away right in the same place. So yeah, adjustability, they're amazing. You can set them up really nicely. Obviously you're not going to be able to turn it into a Terry Bozzio kit because of what it is. But movement wise, I'd say everyone will be comfortable on this. Doesn't matter what size you are. Everybody will enjoy it. You can move it around however you like. Yeah, you can move it around however you like. It's amazing. Lots of changes that you can make. I've got these set out fairly far. I've got these nice and close. I've got that one higher. It does move a lot higher as well than this, or I don't know if it moves much lower, but yeah, I'm on a standard drum seat and it's all fine for me. The only trouble is us big lads, we look ridiculous behind a drum kit like this. You know, like if you turn up at a venue and it's got an 18-inch kick drum, absolute nightmare. We just look like the drummer from Gorillaz, massive, like whoa. So yeah, that's the only trouble with it. Could be a little bit more slimming. I need like toms and everything around me so that it's not don't look too big behind it. So I look like a massive, I look like the biggest rock drummer in the history of the world. Whereas really I want to look like a nice, jazzer. Never gonna happen. Okay, well that's completely irrelevant. Just in case you're a big lad and you're wondering how you look behind it, this is how you look. What else? I've compared it to the real feel pad. Yeah, it's nice. It's medium, as I said. Medium like density. Just written a little list here just so that I make sure I don't do anything out. So the other cool thing about this is because it's on, they're on like cymbal stands. If you have got any practice pads that fit on a cymbal stand, like a lot of the smaller ones, so that Veta one I showed you earlier, it has the back on it that's like, got the little hole that's like a screw-on one that you can fit onto a standard cymbal stand. Any of your practice pads that fit onto a standard cymbal stand will fit on this. As I said, these pads can be taken off. It's usually only the smaller pads that do that, but the ones that do fit on cymbal pads will fit on here. So if you did want a different playing surface, for example on the ride cymbal, you definitely can do that. This Vates pad is slightly thicker than the others. So as long as your practice pad's small and it's got the bottom bit that's wide enough to fit on a cymbal stand, try it on your standard cymbal stand and it will fit on this kit. Let's play a little bit. So yeah, you can hear I've got that different sounding now. Sometimes it's nice just for it to feel slightly different if you need that. It's really good to be able to do that actually. It's quite pleasantly surprised that it does it. Just put the original back on. As I said, these pads are fine. They're not overly loud and they do feel nice. They're just slightly louder than a really thick, high quality practice pad. Bass pedal wise, it's nice. I've got this on a hard setting, and the rubber on the bass pedal is really thick. It's nice. Seems really sturdy, and the pedal fits on really good. Some of these practice kits, I've got a pearl one, and the pedal would never stay on. It was a nightmare. Whereas this one, I've been playing it a little while. It fits on nice. If you do hear any weird noises coming from the bass drum, it's more likely to be the pedal than the actual kit. The pedal's a bit of an old one, old pearl eliminator. So I'll just demonstrate that now, see if you can hear it. I'll just play some. So yeah, it is quite loud if you're playing heel up, if you're playing heel down. Not too bad, and you can definitely get some practice in there. Yeah, it's nice. If I press it too hard, you get that weird like. But if I play it like quiet or at a normal volume, it's completely fine. If you dig in a bit. Not sure whether that's the pedal or the kit. Could be either. Not going to investigate it. But yeah, if you play it too loud, you do get like a little whine. It's a good noise. Okay, so overall, I'm really impressed with this. I'm really excited to try it out. I think it's a lovely piece of equipment, to be honest. They're not too expensive. I'm just going to look up how much they are new. So currently, like Rattle and Drum in Derby's got them in for £165.59. Gear for Music £187.75. The cheap equivalent on Gear for Music is 140 quid, so you're probably better off getting the Go Anywhere one, £168, and then 166 on DB 24/7. So yeah, you're looking between 160 and 170 £170 for this kit, and I think it's totally worth it. If you're the kind of drummer that's got noise restrictions and you want to practice on a proper kit rather than a practice pad, and you don't necessarily want to use the space of an electric kit, because like a lot of people get an electric kit thinking they'll save space, and they're actually normally really bulky. They're quite big. This is definitely small. It's not. It is really portable. It is really small. It'll fit in a corner easily, and you'll be able to get some proper good work in. Obviously, you've got to have a good imagination because you are just hitting rubber pads. So I'd say this is definitely for an older player, especially if you're like pro and you're used to practicing, putting a lot of time in on a practice pad. Then this will be absolutely fine for what you need. If you're thinking of getting it for a kid, probably get an electric kit, because they won't find this much fun at all. I'd say it's definitely more for serious players who want to really practice and aren't bothered about what noise it makes. You know, if you've got a student who wants to just have fun and jam along to songs and things, then this probably isn't the kit for them. It's just for serious study, I would say. Somebody who wants to take it to the next level from a practice pad, practice wise, I'd say it's a brilliant tool for doing that. I'm really excited to get it home, and like I say, in the garden, practice in the garden. I could even use this in the house and practice at home. I mean, for me even, I don't have a drum kit set up at home because I've got this amazing space here where I can make noise whenever I want. But sometimes it's not practical to come here. It's not practical to come to the studio. You want to get just a little bit of work in. This will be easy to pack down, chuck it in the garden for half an hour or an hour in the evening and get some really serious work in. If I've got songs to learn, for instance, this would be a great tool for that. I'll be able to take really serious drum books home. Like for me, practicing wise, if I'm practicing, I usually just do snare drum exercises, practice pad exercises. I have got a good imagination. Like over the last lockdown, when I was at home a lot over summer, not over summer, yeah, it would have been over the last lockdown when the weather was nice. I did a lot of practice in the garden in the evenings, and I did worked from Peter Erskine book, where it is a lot of comping and a lot of drum fills, and I just use my imagination on a practice pad. But this kit will be way better for that than just one single pad. It's amazing. Really happy with it. Looking forward to jamming in the summer. So I hope this has helped you a little bit. If you are looking at getting one, they are fantastic. Really nice. If you've got any other questions, just leave it in the comments and I'll try and help you. Not very good with these reviews, to be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not very good at playing drums either. Right, I'll just play you out so you can hear the beauty of the pads. Noticed you can rim shot on it. Ooh. Just hitting the edge of the pad. Sturdy enough to take it. Flushed out. The neighbours can't wait to hear that. So just to show you how portable this drum kit is, this DW Go Anywhere practice kit is, I've just got my standard little Nike rucksack, and this is a very small one. How can I show you the size of it? Okay, so in comparison to a drumstick, it's just slightly longer than a drumstick. It's like a drumstick and a tiny bit. I think if you had like one of the 5/8 Extremes, it'd be probably similar. And yeah, these fit in there beautifully. So all I've done is move the kick pad up so that the legs will close. I've kept the bottom bit on. Just pack that in there. That's the bit that all the arms come off. That's fit in. Then there's the four arms that the pads come off. In there nice and easy. Now, each of those arms had a little washer, so I'm going to put them in a side compartment with a drum key so that I can easily put it back together, and then all the pads fit in nicely. I want to fit the pedal in as well. If I will, that would be glorious. Struggling with that pedal. I've got one that's smaller that will definitely fit in. Oh no, we've done it. Amazing. So even with the pedal, put them in the side. Even with a pedal, the setup all fits into a tiny Nike bag. It's a bit heavy, not going to lie, but that'll be great for transporting it around. Fit in my car, in the back, nice and light, and just pick it up, go practice. That is light actually, that's not too bad. I won't want to walk miles with it, but it's great that it all fits in there, with some sticks as well probably. Amazing.